Hello and welcome to this new Eldar Elite section overview with me, Xenovids. So I'm going to start by looking at Exarch powers. Once you have upgraded one of your unit models to an Exarch, he has access to some powers. Some of the HQs come with these powers, and so I'm going to go through them now. They're on page 30. And it starts with Battle Fortune. This model has a 4+ invulnerable save. Just the model, not his unit. Crushing Blow. This model has +1 strength. Disarming Strike. In any round of challenge, this model can attempt to temporarily disarm his opponent, if he wishes to do so. Both he and his opponent roll a d6 before either make any to hit rolls. Now the model with this power adds 1 to the total if his weapon skill is higher than his opponent's. If the model's total is equal to or higher than his opponent's, nominate one of the opponent's melee weapons. This is treated as a close combat weapon until the end of the phase. If his opponent has no weapons, this ability has no effect. So basically in a challenge, if you're against someone with a Thunderhammer or Lightning Claw or any weapon like a force weapon, for example, you have this power and you hit it off, that weapon just becomes a close combat weapon. That's how I'm reading this. It negates all its special effects, which isn't too bad. If you think that'd be best for obviously a close combat orientated Exarch, so a Dark Reaper Exarch wouldn't benefit from that. Then you have Fast Shot. This model always fires 1 more shot than its normal for its weapon. For example, a Shuriken Pistol therefore fires 2 shots, a Shuriken Catapult fires 3 shots. This power cannot be used when firing a template weapon. Iron Resolve. This model has +1 leadership. Can't really see that being worth it because the General Exarch leadership is 9, which is almost the best leadership you can get. The next one is Marksman's Eye. Now, this model makes precision shots on a 5+ rather than a 6. Shield of Grace. In any round of challenge, this model can choose to defend, gaining a 3+ invulnerable save until the end of the phase. If he does so, he can only make a single attack this phase. You must declare that the model is opting to defend immediately before Initiative 10 step. Stalker. In the first round of a challenge, the model can attempt to backstab his opponent. He must declare he is doing so immediately after a challenge has been accepted. If the attempt is made, both he and his opponent roll a d6 before either makes any to hit rolls. The model with this power adds 1 to the total if his initiative is higher than his opponent's. If the model's total is equal to or higher than the opponent's, he re-rolls failed to wound rolls this phase. And then the following Exarch powers confer the special rule of the same name. See the Warhammer 40k rulebook. So there is Fear, Feel No Pain, Hit and Run, Monster Hunter and Night Vision as well. But they are in the 40k rulebook. So, we're going to go to the Elite section. And first up is the Howling Banshees. Now, in the previous edition, they were 16 points. Howling Banshees are now 15 points. Probably due to the fact that not a lot of people use them in 6th edition anymore, because they have power weapons at strength 3. Whereas before, a power weapon was AP2 in 5th edition. So over time, they've been used less and less and less. So they've gone down by 1 point. Their stats are exactly the same. They have a weapon skill and ballistic skill of 4, strength and toughness of 3, 1 wound, initiative 5, 1 attack, leadership 9, and a save of 4 up. And an Exarch has a weapon skill and ballistic skill of 5, initiative of 6, 2 attacks, and a 3 up armor save. So they have aspect armor, The Exarch have heavy aspect armour. They come with a shuriken pistol, power sword and a banshee mask. Now, the banshee mask works differently. What it does, it reduces models' initiative by 5. So they are going to be going first every time, but say if you were going against, I don't know, something like the Avatar from another, if you were fighting another Eldar person, or something that was at initiative 10, it goes down by 5. They have the special rules Acrobatics, Ancient Doom, Battle Focus and Fleet. Now you may include up to 5 additional Banshees at 15 points a model. May upgrade one Howling Banshee to an Exarch for 10 points. Now the Howling Banshee Exarch may exchange his power sword for some extra weapons. Triskele, which is 5 points, and the Executioner, which is 10 points. Now the Howling Banshee's Exarch may exchange both her shuriken pistol and power sword for mirror swords at 10 points. The Howling Banshee Exarch may take up to 2 of the following Exarch powers: Fear, Disarming Strike, and Shield of Grace. The units may take a Wave Serpent, which we'll talk about in the troops section. So looking at the Triskele, it is a assault weapon, melee weapon and a shooting weapon. Its range is 12, strength is 3, it's an AP free, assault free, or it's strength of the user, AP free melee weapon. Mirror swords are the strength of the user again, AP free, it's melee and master crafted. The Executioner is adds +2 to the strength, AP2 melee two-handed. Out of all of them, I will probably use the Executioner if I use Banshees, because it's AP2 and it's +2 to the strength. It's strength 5, AP2, which is great against Terminators. So, moving on to striking Scorpions. In the previous edition, they were 16 points. In this edition, they're 17 points. They come with weapon skill and ballistic skill of 4, strength and toughness of 3, 1 wound, initiative 5, 1 attack, leadership 9, and a 3-up armor save. The Exarch again has weapon skill and ballistic skill of 5, initiative of 6, 2 attacks, and a 3-up armor save. So striking Scorpions have a 3-up armor save. They come with heavy aspect armor, shuriken pistol, scorpion chainsword, plasma grenades, and Mandy blasters. They have Ancient Doom, Battle Focus, Fleet, Infiltrate, Move Through Cover, and Stealth. I think it's +1 to your cover save. So if you're in the open, it's a 6-up cover save, and this is great because they've got Move Through Cover. You can just move through any form of forest or ruins, and you actually use them like the Stalkers they are in the fluff. So you may include up to 5 additional striking Scorpions for 17 points a model. May upgrade 1 striking Scorpion to an Exarch for 10 points. Striking Scorpion's Exarch may exchange his shuriken pistol for a Scorpion's Claw. The striking Scorpion Exarch may exchange his Scorpion chainsword for a biting blade. The striking Scorpion Exarch may exchange both his shuriken pistol and chainsword with 2 chain sabers. And the Exarch may take Monster Hunter, Crushing Blow and Stalker, and again can be in a dedicated transport. So the Scorpion Chainsword is a +1 to your strength, it's AP6 and a melee weapon. Biting Blades are +2 to your strength, AP4, melee and two-handed. Now the Scorpion's Claw, which is absolutely great, is strength ×2, AP2, melee. So similar to a Power Fist, however, it's not unwieldy, so your initiative doesn't change. Its range is 12 inches, strength 4, AP5, assault 2, Blade Storm, so any to wound roll of a 6 I think is AP2. Oh. That is definitely a huge buff for the striking scorpions. They have moved through cover, stealth. Their Exarch can essentially have a power fist. That's great. I see nothing wrong with that. What was the original price? Striking Scorpions was 16, so they've gone up in price. Looking at the Mandy Blasters, during this fight subphase at the Initiative 10 step, a model with Mandy Blasters, so all of them, automatically inflicts a single strength-free AP hit on one enemy unit in base contact. If a model with a Mandy Blaster is challenged, then this hit is directed against his opponent who's challenging. Mandy Blasters are not affected by special rules that reduce initiative, so you get an extra strength-free attack at the beginning before anything else. So essentially, like a Hammer of Wrath hit. That's amazing. Now we're going to move on to a sour note for some Eldar fans out there. Fire Dragons. They were 16 points a model. They're now 22 points a model. Now a lot of people saw this coming. A lot of people were hit on their blind side and are not happy about this points increase. If you think about it though, a melter weapon is normally about 10 points. So at 16 points a model in the previous edition meant that that model was essentially 6 points with a melter weapon. Now it's brought it back up because the Fire Dragon's melter weapons are better. People have used them a lot and it does exactly what it says in the tin. And so their points have gone up. So, Fire Dragons. Weapon skill, ballistic skill of 4, strength and toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 5, attack 1, leadership 9, armor save of 3. The Exarch, weapon skill, ballistic skill 5, initiative 6, 2 attacks, and 3 up armor save as well. So the Fire Dragons have 3 up armor save when before they had a 4 up. So they have gone up in armor. Probably because you put them in a Wave Serpent, you flat out turbo boost move up to your opponent's side, and then next turn they come out and they shoot the tank, and then they're a little bit vulnerable. So just giving that 3 up armor save gives them a little bit more survivability, and also can see the points of their model going up because of that. They have heavy aspect armor, fusion guns, and melter bombs. So 2 different ways of taking down a tank. You can shoot it, or melter bomb it in close combat, or fire the melter bombs, however you want to do that. And a fusion gun is a 12-inch strength 8 AP1 assault 1 melter, like it was. They've got Ancient Doom, Battle, Focus, and Fleet. It may include up to 5 Fire Dragons at 22 points a model. May upgrade 1 to an Exarch for 10 points. The Exarch may exchange his fusion gun for one of the following: Dragon's Breath Flamer or a Fire Pike. The Dragon's Breath Flamer is a template, strength 5, AP4, assault 1. Or a Fire Pike is a 18-inch range, strength 8, AP1, assault 1 melter. Personally, because each unit has a specific role in the Eldar and they work very well in their roles, I would go for the Fire Pike just for the extra range of a melter. Giving it a template, I don't know why you would need that. Why? They're not designed for close combat. It could be a, okay, this guy is my defensive guy. If anyone comes into close combat, I'll flamer them and the others can melter them. But I like that extra range. The Exarch can take Iron Resolve, Crushing Blow, Fast Shot, and they can go in a dedicated transport, which is same as the other time. Now we've got the Harlequins. These come at 18 points a model. They were 18 points a model. They are split up into different sections again. So you have a normal Harlequin, which is weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness of 3, 1 wound, initiative 6, 2 attacks, leadership 9. A Death Jester, which has the same stats. A Shadow Seer, which has the same stats. And a Troop Master, which has the same stats, except for he's got an extra attack and leadership 10. They're all infantry, and the Death Jester, Shadow Seer, Troop Master are all characters. They come with a shuriken pistol, close combat weapon, flip belt, and hollow suit. Let's see if I can find them. Flip belt. Harlequins are not slowed by difficult terrain, and a hollow suit is a 5-up invulnerable for all of them. They have fleet, furious charge, and hit and run. The Shadow Seer always has the Veil of Tears psychic power. Now what that is, basically, you have the psychic. It's a psychic mastery level 1. It's a warp charge of 1. It's a blessing that affects your unit. And what it does, enemy unit wishing to target the Shadow Seer or their unit must roll 2d6 times 2. If the Shadow Seer or their unit are not within that distance in inches, the enemy unit may not fire this turn. So your opponent declares they're shooting, and then you do this psychic power, then they possibly won't hit them, which gives them a bit more survivability and works well with their fluff, phasing in and out and being the troop of circus clowns. They may include up to 5 additional Harlequins, 18 points a model. They may upgrade one of the Harlequins to a Death Jester, exchanging his shuriken pistol and close combat weapon for a Shrieker Cannon. Shrieker Cannon is a 24-inch weapon, strength 6, AP 5, assault 3, blade storm, pinning. Pinning is great, and it's an assault weapon, so that's not bad. May upgrade one Harlequin to a Troop Master, exchanging his close combat weapon with a Harlequin's Kiss, which, off the top of my head, gives it rending. The Troop Master may exchange his Harlequin's Kiss for a Power Sword, so AP 3. May upgrade one Harlequin to a Shadow Seer, gaining the Psycho Mastery Level 1 special rule, and hallucinogen grenades, which basically are treated as plasma grenades. Any Harlequin may exchange its close combat weapon for Harlequin's Kiss for 4 points, and up to 2 Harlequins may exchange their shuriken pistol for fusion pistols at 10 points per model. Now the fusion pistols are 6-inch, strength A, AP 1 pistol melter, so very short distance melter. Not sure if they're worth it at that distance. So yeah, they're the same points. They've got a lot of. They've got a new Veil of Tears psychic ability, which wasn't a psychic ability last time. They're about the same as they were, I think. No huge changes to them. So we're at the Wraith Guard now. They are 32 points a model. They were 35 points a model. They are weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, toughness 6, 1 wound, initiative 4, 1 attack, leadership 10, 3 up armor save, which is the same as before. They come with Wraith Cannon, Ancient Doom, they're bulky and fearless. They may include up to 5 additional Wraith Guard at 32 points a model. The entire unit may replace their Wraith Cannons with D-Scythes. Now, I don't personally think that would work out. A Wraith Cannon is a 12-inch, strength 10, AP 2, assault 1, distort. I've gone through distort before, but it's on a roll of a 6 to wound. Weapons wounds automatically and has instant death. And a 6 rolled for armor penetration automatically causes a penetrating hit. And D-scythes are template weapon, strength 4, AP 2, assault 1, distort. So horrible flamers, horrible flamers. In regards to that, they're AP 2 and they're going to be killing a lot of things. If you want them as like a tank in front of your units to be flaming down infantry, terminators, anything in front of them, then go with the D-scythes. But I personally would go for Wraith Cannons. Wraith Blades now. These are the new ones. These are essentially Wraith Guard that have gone a bit insane and murderous. They keep them in separate places in the craft worlds, and they like to use swords or axes and stuff like that. So we'll go with the points. They are 32 points, the same as the Wraith Guard. They have a weapon skill ballistic skill of 4, strength 5, toughness 6, 1 wound, initiative 4, 1 attack, leadership of 10, 3 up armor save. They are equipped with 2 ghost swords. They have Ancient Doom, Bulky and Fearless. They are 32 points a model. You can have 5 more at 32 points a model. The entire unit can exchange both their ghost swords for a ghost axe and 4 shields for free. I'll come on to that in a second. And they can go in a wave serpent. So, these ghost weapons, they come with ghost swords. +1 to their strength. It's AP 3 and melee. So strength 6, AP 3. Standard. Anything but Terminators they're absolutely destroying. Monstrous creatures, they're hurting them. Toughness 6, AP 3. If you upgrade them to ghost swords, they're ghost swords for ghost axes and 4 shield. The ghost axe is +2 to the strength, so it'd be strength 7. AP 2, unwieldy, so it would be initiative 1, but they are toughness 6, 3 up armor save, and a 4 shield gives them a 4 up invulnerable. So for 32 points, you could have a model which is toughness 6, 3 up armor save, 4 up invulnerable, AP 2 weapon at strength 7. Whereas if I think the Necrons, they have a unit. Necrons have the Lich Guard, which are 200 points for a unit 5, making them 40 points a model if my maths are correct. They have strength and toughness of 5, initiative of 2, 2 attacks, 3 up armor save. You may give them hyperface swords and dispersion shields at 5 points extra, so it makes them 45 points a model, with a 3 up armor save, 4 up invul. They've got 1 extra attack, but their toughness is 1 less. So, points wise, Wraith Blades are brilliant. They look like a similar roll as those models, but better points and stats. And that concludes the elite section for now. What I'll be going on to next is the troop section and the dedicated transport in that. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as ever, like, subscribe, share, comment any of my videos, all of my videos. That would be great. And I hope you tune in for the next video on my channel. Bye now.